Welcome to the Hyperpolyglot Activist.
Look, I've gotten a note from the producers. That name just doesn't work. Can you get another name? Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're just gonna relax and have some fun with a language professor. He wants to push his politics into languages, and we're gonna laugh at him. Only other thing to say before we get going is check out my t-shirt store, link in the description. Other than that, let's get going. Enjoy.
My name is Dr. Carlos Yebra Lopez.
Look, if you're gonna slap yourself on the chest, I think you should move the mic.
And today we're going to talk about the crucial difference between foreign language on the one hand and world language on the other.
Oh no, that's not gonna be like world music, is it?
The term world language is synonymous with the terms foreign language, second language, or third language.
So it's just another useless term that you're trying to push on us because it has political implications. Nothing sinister about that.
And refers to the study of a language other than English.
And English is a dead language, am I right? No.
In this video, I will explain to you why, although apparently similar,
one is more double plus good speak.
These terms have radically different trajectories and political implications.
I hate to tell you I told you so, but I fucking told you so. Political implications.
And you should be aware of them next time you use them.
Yes, so you're not manipulated by them.
First, a foreign language is a language not commonly spoken in the country of the speaker.
Yes, and what's wrong with that? Seems like a perfectly good definition to me.
However,
the other shoe drops.
The association between language and nationality is contingent, vague, and pernicious.
How is it contingent, though, unless you're talking about macro-historical perspectives? And pernicious? Really? How is it harmful to say, I don't know this language, so therefore it's foreign to me? Like a fucking foreign language.
First, despite the popular culture tendency to map languages onto national boundaries...
What's wrong with that? It's just a heuristical shortcut. We do that with pretty much everything.
Your language is simple by comparison.
But, and try to follow me on this, it could also have something to do with the fact that a lot of languages are named after their countries. You know, just a thought.
Languages and national boundaries do not lend themselves to accurate categorizations.
Oh no, it's not perfectly accurate, so therefore let's replace it with a word that makes absolutely no sense.
Second, the label foreign language assumes an absolute binary between national on the one hand and alien or foreign on the other.
Well, it is a fucking binary. If I don't know the language, it's foreign to me. What do you want me to do? Go, oh, well, I don't understand shit. I have no idea what anyone's talking about, but it's not a foreign language. It's completely familiar to me. I know everything except what they're saying.
The question is, will they listen?
Well, the real question is, will they have ears?
This dichotomy resonates with xenophobic, nativist, nationalist, and colonialist ideologies and projects.
Oh, here we go. It's racist if you don't call it world language. Yeah, that's not emotional manipulation at all. Do what I want, or you're a racist. This is not the N-word. Get over yourself.
Consider, for instance, the recent claim by language program director Rey Agudo apropos the use of the label foreign language in the US.
Yeah, that doesn't sound self-serving at all now, does it?
He says, to the extent that language also functions as an oral marker of difference, particularly race.
What's wrong with differences? I thought that was the whole point of diversity.
Tagging other languages as foreign takes on insidious connotations.
Insidious connotations? Oh my god, it's so harmful.
Ranging from discrimination to outright hate.
Fuck fuck you guys in making everything equivalent to hate. Just because I think foreign language is a good word doesn't mean I hate anyone.
The last 5 or 6 years have seen an increase in hate crimes.
What are you talking about? Crime is down across the board. People's erroneous belief that crime is up is, however, up.
And hate incidents.
The fuck is a hate incident?
Inspired by ethno-nationalist sentiment.
The fuck? Now, don't get me wrong, I don't like ethno-nationalists any more than the next guy. But come on, there's not a big group of them out there inspiring people. They're a fucking joke.
From verbal and physical attacks on Spanish speakers to the recent episodes of anti-Asian violence.
No one has seen what you've seen. And until that happens, we're all going to think you're nuts.
And those sure as hell weren't carried out by any ethno-nationalist unless there's a black version of it. Don't answer that. Of course there is. And just to be clear, I'm not defending either of them.
These attacks victimize those who look and sound different from a nativist fantasy.
And contrary to popular belief, violent crimes are actually illegal. They can actually be reported and punished. How about that? Furthermore, if there's one thing I'm sure of, it's that they weren't caused by the term foreign language.
So the label foreign language can be meaningless and arbitrary at best.
How in the fucking hell is that more arbitrary than world language?
And at worst, very harmful.
Very, very harmful. Oh yeah, we're talking asbestos here. Maybe even antifreeze level of harmful.
You guys always say that.
Now, in contradistinction to this, the label world language signals the ideal of a world where no single language dominates.
Hey moron! Fucking moron! But several languages do dominate. Chinese is of course the most common language on the planet, for instance, and English is the language of science and finance. And that's a good thing that we have a common language for these things, because otherwise we'd be in some sort of Tower of Babel situation. That's not something to strive for.
And no single language is alien.
But they are. Every single language that I don't know is alien to me. For fuck's sake, I've heard of cultural relativism, but now we're gonna have linguistic relativism?
As such, the label world language is the cultural expression of a political order.
Well, I wasn't sure you were going to admit that, so thanks for doing that, I guess. And yes, this is just about stupid identity politics. Nothing good will come from this. All you're doing is creating more confusion.
One where the world has moved beyond the nationalism and colonialism that became prevailing in the 19th century.
Didn't it start a lot earlier than that, though? Seems to me like colonialism is a special word that only applies to Western powers when they invade. Hardly seems fair, does it?
Now, surely, one could object as follows. European colonialism underlies world globalization and the world market. And in turn, it is precisely this world market that led to the idea of world languages.
Yeah, but white people are still to blame, right?
So it follows that world languages is a creature of colonialism.
But colonialism bad, okay? Even when it amounts to something that is in your estimation good, it's still bad.
However, to reject the label world languages on those grounds will be like throwing out the baby with the bathwater.
Yeah, I didn't like that baby anyhow.
Now the problem at any rate are neither globalization
Houston, we have a problem.
I sure think it's a problem.
nor a globally interconnected language world.
Pipe dream much? Just because you rename the term for foreign languages doesn't mean we suddenly all understand each other.
But rather the specific implementation of that globalization.
Oh, you mean the annihilation of the sovereignty of countries, the destruction of workers' rights, global mass surveillance, the destruction of free speech? Which part is it that you like exactly?
While the label world languages is to be preferred over foreign languages,
Why? You haven't given a single good reason for it.
I ask you, what could possibly be in my eye that would explain this?
because unlike the latter, the former does without the colonialist, xenophobic, nativist, and nationalist baggage and implications.
Been over this.
There is no xenophobia in saying foreign language for the fucking last time.
It is not a solution in and on itself.
Then what the fuck is the point of this?
In reality, the label world languages
Somebody has to tell me what the fuck's up with the air quotes.
can be co-opted and has been co-opted to enforce a neo-colonial order
Oh, really, asshole? No one is enforcing a neo-colonial order, except in your wet dreams, maybe.
where at best hegemonic European languages are overrepresented and at worst are the only languages represented.
You can't just have whole departments sitting around twiddling their thumbs because no one wants to learn that language, asshole.
For example, consider the name of language departments in US universities. Typically, they're called foreign language departments.
What the fuck is it with you and this fetish? Look, you're not gonna save the world with this bullshit.
Now, many of them have transitioned in recent years to the label World Language Department, which, as we have already discussed, is more inclusive.
More inclusive. Well, you do have a cute accent, I'll give you that.
Now bend over, I'm gonna colonize your ass.
Departments are still divided into national language departments.
Good. Means they have some common sense.
So if we are to make a difference by replacing the term foreign language with the term world language,
All this talk of replacing words reminds me of my previous video. Don't you guys have anything better to do than to change out words? Don't answer that, that's rhetorical.
we need to make the study of languages a transnational, emancipatory and cosmopolitan effort that contributes to the rejection of colonialism and nationalism.
Oh, for fuck's sake, will you put a sock in it? Can people just be allowed to study languages without your fucking politics?
Only in this fashion will we arrive to a more just and humane global community.
Only if you do this will the world be saved. Yeah, no hubris there. Also, what's up with humane? That sounds like you're getting ready to kill a cow. I'm gonna use the bolt gun this time, it's more humane.
Which implies the celebration and active promotion of small diasporic languages.
All right, now see right there, we got a problem.
Why would you need to promote a language? People are gonna learn the one they have use for.
So for instance, in my case, how do I do this? Well, I combine this explanation of the difference between foreign language and the term world language
Will you shut up about the world language already?
with my own promotion and celebration of a small diasporic language called Ladino. And it's
Yep, that's where he cut it. Right in the middle of the word. There are inept editors, and then there's you. Like we didn't even get to hear what the name of your language was. Ladi? What? Something? I have no idea what you're saying. Oh well, if you don't care, why should I?
it's crucial for the survival of the language and its speaking communities.
Yes, the language you couldn't even spend half a second naming. Why is it important for a language to not die anyhow? Most languages in human history have gone extinct. If people don't want to learn it or speak it, fuck it. Add it to the scrap heap of history along with Latin and Sumerian and all those other ones.
Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and as always, thanks for watching.
Hey, that's my line. Thanks for watching and see you next time.